Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another What Sold, where I talk about the last 2 weeks of sales. My name's Veronika, for anyone who's new here. Okay, sorry, I had some technical difficulties and couldn't hear my own sound, but I hope everything is good now. I didn't sell a lot in terms of profit. I mean, it was decent, but if you remember, 2 weeks ago I was talking about running a sale on eBay and also sending out offers on Poshmark. And the last 2 weeks, I still had my sale going on eBay, my 50% off sale, and that just ended 3 days ago, I want to say. So a lot of the sales that you will see from eBay are pretty low in like the dollar amount, but there are quite a few of them. And that was the goal. The goal with running a sale was to clear out a lot of inventory, also to make money, obviously. But I am downsizing my inventory, and I am working on getting stuff out of the house in different ways with sales, sending items to ThreadUp, etc. So, without further ado, let's do this one. Let's talk about these last 2 weeks. So we're going to cover the period from July 13th through the 26th, which is today, if you're watching this live. So I think last time we stopped with this Columbia button up, button down, whatever shirt. I think I told the story of this sitting in my car for 2 years or so. Anyway, and today we're going to start with a Mercari sale. Look at that. On Mercari, I sold this Anthropology Dolan top, this very lightweight, cute little fluttery top for $20 with free shipping. I paid for shipping. It was $4.44. I need to double check if that's correct, and make sure I have the accurate amount in there. My cost of goods for this was $2. I put in marketplace fees as at $0 with Mercari because they don't charge fees anymore. That's kind of what I put in, but I also need to remind myself whenever I go in and withdraw my Mercari funds to put in the fee that they charge for that, either for one item or split it between two items. I'm kind of winging that at the moment, but I think I took out this and then some other profit I made, some other money I made on Mercari at the same time, and then logged the fee for that. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm just all over the place as usual. Anyway, my total profit on this, $13.56. I don't remember where I picked this up. It may have been in a box of some sort. August 2022. It was probably from my 100-pound ThreadUp box. Maybe. Maybe not. Y'all, don't ask me where I get stuff from. I forget. It's all a blur at this point. Then I sold this bikini bottom, new with tag and other stories. This sold on Poshmark. Very cute. I sourced this from eBay because somebody had it listed real cheap, and I was like, oh, this is probably going to do well. It sat forever. As you can see, I had it for over 2 years, but it ended up selling for $17. My cost of goods was $5 on this, so I only make a profit of $8.60. But at least I'm making a profit. So that's I'm okay with that. All right, then I sold a men's item that I think I had just relisted, and somebody sent me an offer, and I was like, absolutely, take it. This Tasso Alba button up, down, whatever shirt. I know the difference between a button up and button down. I've said this plenty of times. I'm just too lazy to double check which one it is when I list it, so I usually just say button down in my listing, and so far nobody has come for me, but yeah, anyway, it's one of them. This was new with tags. I found this in the bins. Tasso Alba, not a super great brand or anything by any means, but it was this, I thought this was interesting, and it was an extra large. So I only had $1.75 into it, and I make $12.65. I do have my sales in here that I made on Glamour's auction, but not everything that I sold on Glamour's auction was previously listed and in Vendu. So I'm just going to include the ones that I have in Vendu, and we'll just briefly address them, but we're not going to discuss them in detail. So yeah. All right, then I sold a loft navy blue little embroidered skirt. Honestly, real cute thing. That's why I picked it up. I don't pick up a ton of loft, but this was, I think, a plus size, and it was embroidered. Yeah, it's a size 18, but skirts in general don't sell well for me. I had $1.20 into that from the bins. I think I either had this marked down to $8.99 or it was at like $12 or so, and I sent an offer to somebody. I don't remember. Maybe they sent me an offer and I countered. But I only make a profit of $5.53, which is really not worth my time, but it's gone now, and that's why we run 50% off sales. Also, 50% off sale, y'all gonna see a lot of eBay sales this time, and again, low amounts. For $12.88, this Lily Pulitzer Kensington top. This also came from the bins, and it definitely had some wear and some like light pilling. I tried to get some close-ups of the condition so nobody would be disappointed. It's sometimes pilling is kind of hard to see on a fabric like this. It was still absolutely wearable, but you could definitely tell that, you know, it had been washed and worn, and I did sweater shave and all of that. But either way, it sold for $12.88. I had $1.40 into it from the bins, and I make $8.87. All right. One thing I don't like about Vendu is that it doesn't like send me back to the place where I was. It makes me scroll back down. It's a little annoying. I sold these Torrid boots on a Poshmark, which was nice, so I didn't have to worry about shipping prices for that. They sold for $30. They're these like slouchy knee-high boots. I had two of the exact same pair. One was in a larger size, I want to say, and already sold. This one I think was the smaller size. I could be wrong. This was a size 9. I got these from a regular thrift store, had $4 into them, and after fees and everything, I make 20. And Torrid boots still sell well for me. I don't really pay up for them unless they're in like pristine condition and like a size 11 or 12 or something like that. But even then, you know, I usually try not to spend more than maybe $6-7 at the thrift for them, and only if I can justify it with my average cost of goods being much lower than that. I sold this Old Navy Power Soft. Was it Power Soft? Power Chill. They have all the Power whatever lines. I picked this up from the bins and thought I would keep it for myself, but I didn't like the fit on it. I sold this on Poshmark for $8. I think somebody offered me that, and I was like, might as well, you know, at this point. Or maybe she offered me 5 and I countered with 8. I forgot. But did I have a shipping? Yeah, so must have been a counter that I sent. Got it from the bins, so I make $3.65 on it. These Fabletics leggings I got from the bins as well. I don't pick up a lot of Fabletics anymore, unless it's like a larger size and it's in really good shape and it has a size tag. This one, I believe, was a size small. Thought it was a larger size. So I thought these were super cute though, and they sold on Mercari for $22. That was an offer I sent. Again, marketplace fees non-existent, and my cost of goods was $1.40. I make $15.53. And the nice thing about this one was that I got a message after they had arrived, and the buyer was like, okay, so I just opened them and you said they were in good condition. And just reading that, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then she goes, they are in excellent condition. They're basically new. Like, thank you so much. And I was just like, okay, that never happens. So, you know, under promise and over deliver. I was really happy that she was happy, and I make like $15 and a few cents on those. Then I sold a Carhartt shirt that I listed not too long ago, like a little over a month, and I accepted a really low offer just because I was like, get it out. We're in the business of getting things out, and right now even more so than usual. So I accepted a $12 lowball on this Carhartt plaid checkered loose fit shirt, and I make a profit of $7.54. Came from the bins, so yeah, I wanted more like 20, 22. I think I had it listed for 30, so they lowballed me on top of the 50% off, which was an ongoing theme during these past 2 weeks, so of course. These Fly Flot, yes. I picked this brand up once or twice before. They're like comfort shoes, kind of like Birkenstock, but made in Italy. And they do have a little bit of a following. They don't fly off the shelves, but they always sell. These sold on my 50% off sale, but you know, that's still okay. I think they were a smaller size. Yeah, size 6. That's a tough size. These came from the bins, and I ended up selling them for $15. That was my 50% off price on eBay, and I make $10.16 on them, and I did have them for quite some time. Another one of those where you're just like, all right, that went for less than what I had intended, but still okay considering that it's from the bins. This is a J. Jill Love Linen, 100% linen pair of ankle pants in a 3X. I found several of these and several flax pants, linen pants, at the bins and just scooped them all up, and they have not been flying off the shelves like I expected them to, but they're slowly selling, so I'm not worried. These sold for $22.50 on eBay. I make a profit of $16.75 because I didn't have much into those. Okay, I think now we've come, no, almost. We're almost caught up to the to Glamour's auction, so I'll only briefly talk about those sales. But yeah, they're in here. If I sold anything on the auction that was listed, then it's in Vendu, even though I technically didn't make profit on some of these items, but we'll get to that. I sold this J. Crew headband. It wasn't new with tags. It was in one of my fun boxes. I listed it just because. I sold it for $7 on Poshmark. I think she offered me like 4 or 5, and I was like, let's do 7. How about we do 7? Because I did have technically $3 into it, since it came from a fun box. So I only make $1.05, but I make a tiny profit on my money back. So it was quick to photograph and list. That's all I can say, but not something I would seek out or pick up. All right, the next bunch of items, not these jeans, but all the Christmas and Nightmare Before Christmas and Halloween stuff, all of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all of those items sold on Galama's auction. That's why I have the little other marketplace back here. They all sold to our friend Chloe. I forgot what she paid me for all of those in total. I think this sweatshirt was 5. These were 5. I think the jammies were like 8, and then she had these Nightmare Before Christmas. There was another Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh yeah, I don't know why it's up here. That was in there as well, and I think I had those bundled for 12. So whatever that comes out to. For some of these, I really don't make a profit. Or not much of a profit, but they sold and they're out of my house. Again, we're trying to get stuff out. I want to say all of those did come from the bins though, and they were all in great shape, so I hope she enjoys them. But those also on Glamour's auction. The nice thing was that I didn't have any fees aside from the PayPal fee. Then I sold this pair of Not Your Daughter's jeans, wide leg jeans, also an offer that came in that was lower than the 50% off price, but I accepted it because I've had these for a year, and while they are a really cute wide leg, very current style, they're a size 0, and a size 0 is a hard sale. Just in any style, usually. So I accepted it. They didn't come from the bins, they came from a regular thrift store. Look at that. So I really only make a profit of $4.87 after fees and my cost of goods. Fees on eBay, honestly, when you promote your stuff, it's just outrageous. They're higher than Poshmark. And I've definitely taken my promotions down quite a bit. The percentage, not the amount of the number of items. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So I used to promote my items for a while at like 6% and wasn't making much. The sale definitely helped just promote my eBay store. But yeah, the 2% or so that I put on, they do make a difference with the fees, but I don't think they make much of a difference with how many folks see my items, to be honest with you. So anyway, everybody wants a crap ton of fees, is my takeaway from that. I sold these Athleta girl high-rise chit-chat leggings. These came from the thrift. I actually had a little bit more into those, $4.50. And they sold on, I think, also like either an offer or the 50% off price. And I had not had these for very long. I know it says here 2022, but that's because I used an old draft to then populate it with the information for this listing. You can do that in Vendu. Sometimes I do that when I don't want to upgrade my items, which I'm looking at this up here. I need to just create dummy drafts so I get my 65 items. Anyway, that's a different story. I make $4.80 on these, but like I said, they weren't actually listed that long, so that's fine. Athleta Girl is also a consistent seller for me. If I find it, usually I just find regular Athleta. All right, these next pants were for free from Glamour. She just threw them in a box with either stuff I won from her or bought from her. I don't remember, but they were in a box with some other stuff. And I'm like, why is she sending me Escada pants? Escada, a German, I believe, designer brand. These are like a wool blend pant, and I was very excited for these. I did list them for $75 because of, what they are. Did not expect to get that much. And so they were half off for like $37 and some change. And this person, first she messages me and she's like, can we do 25 shipped? And I think I completely just ignored that. I was like, no. Eventually she sends me like an offer for, I forgot what it was. Or I think she sent me a message. I think I may have sent I don't know what kind of offer I sent or what the interaction was. Maybe I didn't interact at all, but she came back and she's like, can we do 35 shipped? And I'm like, fine. I think I sent her a $35 offer plus shipping, and then she was like, can we do 35 shipped? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. Just, send me a $29 offer and I'll accept, because I charged her $5.99 for shipping. So I only make a profit of $24.28, but they were free from Glamour. So even though I would have loved to sell these for more, it's get stuff out of the house time. So I'm glad that this is one less thing I don't have to worry about. Also on my eBay sale, sold this Torrid top, very adorable. This was from the thrift, but only cost me $1. I went to my honey hole a while ago, end of last year, and they had some like massive sale on all, I want to say like short sleeve tops, something like that, or all like ladies tops or something. And I stocked up and I basically paid like 50 cents on some of them, $2 on others, and my average cost of goods actually came out to exactly $1. So I do remember that this did not come from the bins. It was actually cheaper than me buying at the bins. So that was great. So this Torrid top sold for $15, half price again. On eBay, I make $10.96, and that's for a Torrid top. That's perfectly fine by me. I sold these French Connection. They're practically new. These were free to me. They were given to me and I listed them. High heels, these sold for $18 on Poshmark. Yes, on Poshmark. That was an offer I think I received. And I make a profit of $14.40. And I was definitely glad for any shoe sales because shoes just take up a lot of space. And I'm about to send a bunch more to ThredUp and then also send some clothes to ThredUp. Then I sold this vintage Judy Knapp skirt. This is like a satin thing. It wasn't silk or anything, but it was very cute from the bins. I really like this. I couldn't figure out what size it was because it was either washed out or the tag wasn't in it. I couldn't tell if there was supposed to be a size on. Oh, hold on. Yeah. On this thing, like if there was a size right here. No idea. So I listed this, gave measurements, and gave an estimate right here. And so somebody messages me, or didn't message, but comments on Poshmark and is like, what number size is this? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I guessed it's a size medium, probably like an 8 to 10. And I was kind of annoyed and I didn't respond right away. But literally like 2 minutes later, like once I was done bitching about it to people and was about to respond, she buys it. Like she buys the skirt on an, actually she sends me an offer. She didn't buy it outright. She sent me an offer and I'm like, okay, I haven't responded to your question yet, but okay. So I respond to the question and I'm like, yeah, so based on measurements, an 8 to 10, but it doesn't have a size. And so I posted my response and then I went and accepted her offer. So yeah, and she seemed happy with it because she just rated me 5 stars today. Yeah, very, very pretty. I was just immediately drawn to that pattern and I was like, if I don't sell this, I'm going to turn it into like a pillowcase or something because I just love it so much. The dark florals still have a chokehold on me. Anyway, let me tell you how much I made. I made $21.70 because again, this came from the bins. I had $1.50 into it and I didn't have it for very long. This one I had for a long time. It's a young, fabulous, and broke little satin top. This brand retails high and it just does not resell. Like full stop, it just doesn't sell. And I know last week or the week before I had another top by this brand that sold, but also on my 50% off sale, and that's pretty much where I'm like, that's how these items sell. This one I relisted. I had taken this to consignment. She didn't want it, so I relisted it, and then I got an offer, I think, on Mercari. I think I had it listed for like 45, which I would have never gotten that. And also, she could have offered me 25. I would have taken it at this point. I was about to send this to ThredUp, so she offered 34, and I was like, heck yeah. I did have $7 into it, plus I paid for shipping because it's Mercari. I make a profit of $22.89. Nope, not eBay, another Mercari sale. Oh yeah, I made like 3 Mercari sales back to back to back, and I was like, that never happens. Interesting. And I was not running a sale on Mercari. I was sending like slightly better offers, but not nearly as good as on eBay. So I sold this logo Lori Goldstein blouse that wasn't listed super long either. It came from the thrift. I sold it for 20, and after cost of goods and shipping and all of that, I make $11.56. Oh, I thought maybe I made a sale because I got a Poshmark notification, but it's just one of their little affirmation things that they send you. And half the time I'm like, Poshmark, just shut up. You're annoying. Anyway, this vintage jacket, this loud, colorful sunflower butterfly sequin number, I had basically earmarked for my next consignment appointment because the lady that I go to said she would like some vintage stuff. I was like, okay. So I had that earmarked, and then it sold on Mercari for $35. It had like sequins, it had all the things, like not the super shiny sequins, but you know, like the little ones. Oh, actually a few shiny ones. Depending on how the light hits. So this came from the bins. It was a size 12, red jeans. No idea what this brand is. Nothing special beyond the wild print. Sold for 35. I paid for shipping and all that. Did I put my shipping in? I think I may need to update that. I don't think that's accurate. I made about $29. Okay, another eBay sale. Did I sell this for 30? Okay, hold on. I don't think I sold this for 30. I think I had it listed for 30, but it did not sell for that much. I think it sold for 15 or 12.50 or something. It sold for 12. Yeah, so let's fix this right now. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, let's just say I paid $1 for it. Y'all, it's again, I'm not the reseller role model. So if you're turning off right now, I don't blame you. So I sold it for 12. That part's correct. And let's say I made a profit of $8.50. This is a Lucy Active top. It was an extra large. I do like this brand. It usually doesn't move fast or for a lot anymore. So I'm usually hesitant to pick it up. I don't know what was going on with that listing. That was weird. All right, this pair of Torrid leggings sold for $9. They were definitely worn. They definitely had a lot of wash wear, so I'm just glad to see them go. I had $1.20 into them from the bins up in Jersey, I want to say. And I only make $5.60, and these sold on eBay as well. Oh, we are getting closer. I sold a mug, so there's something I don't say a lot of times anymore. This I picked up at the thrift about 2 years ago when I was going through some like, oh, maybe I should try hard goods kind of phase. Don't know why I thought I should. I'm not good at hard goods. So I had this listed for a while. It had like a little chip at the bottom. I think something was going on. Yeah. But you know, and every once in a while I got a like and nobody ever wanted to buy it. So given that I'm downsizing my inventory, this was definitely gonna get donated again. And then it sold for full price on Poshmark for $12. $3 into that. That was my average cost of goods. This was not marked at $3. I do remember that. It was like 50 cents or something. But either way, I make a profit of $6.05. And I was cursing the entire time I was packaging it up because I don't like to ship breakable things. So there's that. This one hurt a little just because it sold for a much lower amount than what I wanted for it, but moving stuff out. This is a brand new with tag and Taylor duster, hooded duster. This came from a ThredUp box, and I think it retails for like 140, 150. I had it listed for 50. I was going to take less than 50, but it ended up selling for 22 because she lowballed me on top of the half off price. And the way I justified accepting it was that I was looking right at this duster in one of my bins and just looking at how much space it takes up because it's like heavy and very soft and I really wanted to keep it, but I also wanted the money. So anyway, I only make $11.96, 69 cents. There we go. On this, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'm sad. All right, the Disney Net Made Before Christmas was part of Glamour's auction. This Angie, this is the brand. I think it's sold at Francesca's. A little like boho-y top. I picked this up because I had another piece by Angie, whatever, that sold relatively quickly. So I grabbed this from the bins and was like, oh, maybe I should give this brand a chance. Somebody super duper lowballed me on this as well. Like I think I had it originally priced at 28, which is a lot. I will admit that. So it was marked down to 14 as part of my sale, and then they offered me 7. And I just thought that was rude. So I declined that like outright. I was like, I'm not even going to counter. And I know some people always counter, and I'm like, no. If you're offering me 50% off the 50% off price, I'm going to decline. Like, no. So I think they came back with 11, and I was like, fine. That's fine. So I make $6.50 on this one because I didn't have a lot into it. It didn't take up a lot of space, but still, yeah, I was happy to see that go. I sold these Sanuk flip-flops for $11. That was also a half off price, and this was my last day of running that sale. And I make a profit of $7.05 on these because they came from the bins. The next item is a soft surroundings little knit tunic pullover top. And this was another one of those with like the weird like back and forth comment situations. I had sent her an offer, I think, for the $22 free shipping, and she had responded and said thank you, and had asked something about the sizing, and it was, I forgot how she worded it, but it was something along the like lines of, do you think this will fit me? And I'm like, I don't freaking know. Like, I don't know your measurements. The measurements of this are in the listing. It's oversized. It's a size small. I don't know what to tell you. So she had messaged me, but then also before I could respond, and like there wasn't a lot of time passing between her messaging me and then accepting my offer. I was just like, okay. So I didn't even bother to respond anymore. I was like, well, you bought it now. So I don't know what to tell you. So I make a profit of $14.89 on this one. And I don't think it has been delivered yet, so we'll find out what happens. Oh, then I sold a bundle to Glamma. If Glamma's still in the chat, thank you so much. So I was telling Glamma about my 50% off sale ending, but she didn't want to have anything to do with eBay. And I told her, well, just look at my Posh closet and put something in a bundle and I'll send you an offer. And the funny thing is that the Torrid blouse came from my own closet, and I previously purchased it from Kayla, Treasures Noir, here on YouTube. I don't know if Kayla still does videos. I know she doesn't do lives anymore. I feel like I would have seen those. But anyway, love Kayla. She's awesome. And I bought this Torrid top from her. I did put a cost of goods of $0 because I did buy it a while ago. I wore it a bunch of times, not a ton of times, because it ended up not looking like this on me. It looked cute. It definitely looked cute, but I just found myself not reaching for it because I feel like it's one of those pieces that you kind of have to tuck in. And I don't like tucking things in. That's a weird sentence, but whatever. You guys run with that one. But yeah, no, I don't love it. So anyway, Glamma bundled this, and the thing that I do with Poshmark bundles is I just split the price, usually down the middle, or just, allocate whatever I think is fair. She bundled this, and then the Eloquii new with tag little tropical print bralette. I actually showed that in my little Eloquii haul, and I did try this one on myself, and I don't fill this out. I'm sure she will. Anyway, so she bundled those two items, and I sent her an offer of $20, I think, for both, or 22 or something like that. So I make next to nothing on these because the Eloquii was pricey for sourcing, because I got it on their sale. But then the Torrid was technically free. So, I make something, and it doesn't matter because my friend now has cute stuff coming her way, and she supported my sale, and I appreciate her. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Then I sold this Maurice's 24/7 tank top that was also earmarked for send it off to ThreadUp, even though I haven't had it that long. I do like the 24/7 line from Maurice's because that line specifically tends to actually sell well. It doesn't sell for a ton because it's still Maurice's, but it sells well. But this didn't sell as fast as I had expected, so I was like, you know what, maybe you should go. And then it sold on eBay for $20, which was full price. I'm like, okay, I was wrong. It's fine. So I make $14.93 on this because I only had $1.40 into it at the bins. All right, these Birkenstock Betula sandals sold on eBay for $20. This person sent me an offer for $20. I had them listed for $25, and she was like, would you do $20 since they're pretty worn, like the insole's pretty worn? And I'm like, honey, I would have done $15 at this point, because my Birkenstock have all been sitting, and granted, they're all pretty much in this condition, but I feel like Birkenstock used to be like you could pick them up in whatever destroyed condition and they would still sell fairly well and fairly quickly. And I'm sitting on so many pairs of Birkenstock, like this one, date listed. No, I did not list this in January. I don't know why it would say that. Why would it say that? I did not pick these up this recently. Anyway, maybe I did, and maybe I'm just not remembering. But no, Birkenstock is not selling well or quickly for me. So I'm glad to see them go. Cost a good 75 cents. Ooh, you know what? I may have picked those up in January because my cost of goods was only that low at the bins once when I picked up a ton of plush that I still haven't photographed and listed. So that's another story. But yeah, so I actually make a profit of $13.98. Long story short. Let me know if Birkenstock still sells for you guys if they're not in great condition. Like if they're in like so-so, worn in, etc. condition. Let me know if they still sell for you because they don't for me. And I'm about to donate them. And that's hard for me because they're a German brand and they're really supposedly popular. Anyway, I sold another bundle to a friend. So after Glamour shopped for me, Kristen was like, wait a minute, I want something. So I think the next morning I woke up, or no, the same night. She bundled 2 items and I sent her an offer and she accepted the next morning. So Kristen, who's not here today, but usually in the chat, Asia Dancer, bought this LL Bean peach V-neck summer dress. I picked this up in Jersey on Dollar Day, and I remember it was marked down to $1. That's why I picked it up, because I kind of thought I would get it for myself. And then I had it in my closet for a while and eventually put it on a hot day and just looked in the mirror and was like, this color does not work for you, girl. And I took it right back off, steamed it, and put it in my Poshmark closet and eBay closet, etc. So, but I did have technically $4 into it because it was Dollar Day, but my average cost of goods was $4. So I think I bundled, she bundled 2 items and I sent her an offer for 30, which was like half off on both of them. So this one was 15, and then I think I broke down the shipping discount. Yeah, the $2.02 shipping discount, I broke that down. So I make $6.99 on this one. Then she also picked out this awesome Calvin Klein active, I think. That's not the active wear line. Interesting. But it's kind of like an active type hoodie. Like a super long, loungy hoodie, sweatshirt, what have you. This one, I mean, I debated keeping that for myself, but I decided to list it. And so I make a profit of $9.29. And both these items are on their way to Kristen. Kristen, when you're watching this later, thank you so much. Mwah. My friends are awesome. I hope your friends are as awesome as my friends. Okay, back to strangers buying from me. This Nightmare on Elm Street, different nightmare. Shirt still sold. It didn't sell on the 50% off sale, but I think I had sent out like an additional like 5% offer or so on a bunch of items. And so this person just accepted it a little bit later. They probably saw the price going up and was like, let me snatch that while I still have that offer active. So it sold for $12.50. It came from the bins. I make a profit of $8.45. Wow, numbers are so hard. This was pretty cool. It had this like wraparound print here on the side and back. I tried to do justice with my photos, and then this part was actually embroidered. So very cool shirt. It was a smaller size. It was a medium, because I did show that in an auction with Glamour earlier this year, I want to say last year at some point. And yeah, I think a lot of people liked it, but it's a medium, which doesn't work for everybody. So anyway, I make a profit of $8.45 on this. Oh my goodness, 2 more things. The Lucy's at the top now because I edited her. 2 more things that went out yesterday and today. Okay, this Athleta up-tempo long sleeve top sold for $19.50, probably an offer I sent. On eBay, I make $14.33. This came from the bins fairly recently. Just a very basic Athleta layering piece, and honestly, I thought I would sit this on this. I thought I would sit on this for a while. It was also so small, but not too bad actually. Less than 2 months. That's pretty good for just a basic top. So this sold for $19.50 on eBay. I make $14.33. I believe I said that already, so that's good. And then another activewear item that I sold today. These Old Navy active Go Dry size large laser cut leggings. They had like a whole laser cut situation. Where can you actually see it? There you go. They do look darker in the pictures than they do in person, but I did have them listed as charcoal gray, so I hope the person is not too disappointed. And if they are, they can send them back. I mean, it is what it is. So these came from a ThreadUp box, and I had them photographed alongside all of my other stuff from the 100-pound box, anything that I listed anyway or plan to list anyway. And somehow this didn't get listed. And then when I did an inventory audit sometime last year, I was like, what is this pair of leggings? And I don't remember if I re-photographed them or if I was actually able to find my photographs of this item in my Google Photos, but it was this one, and it was like 3 or 4 other items from that same time frame, because I think when I listed the items from my 100-pound thread box, I was just so overwhelmed at some point that I did lose track, and like I would have pictures in my folders and list something and then delete the pictures. So anyway, long story short, I was about to donate this as well. But it sold today for $15 and I make a profit of $9.93. And that is my last sale for this 2-week period, unless somebody else wants to come through. And my active listings are officially down to 746, and I will knock them down even further. And we're going to talk about all the motivation and all of that in a different video. I'm filming a video as I'm going through the process of downsizing and getting rid of inventory, and I'll talk more about the details of that then. Okay. Whew. That's a lot of talking. So I didn't list much the past 2 weeks, mostly because I'm almost out of new inventory to list because I'm not sourcing right now. I did relist here and there, but I didn't relist anything on eBay pretty much because almost everything was on sale and I didn't want to relist it at the regular price. So there's that. So that's why these numbers are the way they are. The average sales price went down, of course, because I was running a sale, but I sold a lot more items, so that's good. My total revenue for this 2-week period was $663.36, and my profit was $428.16, which is pretty good. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, it's a low average sales price, but that's kind of par for the course when you're running a sale, and at least that way I get stuff out of my house. And eBay was definitely the clear winner for this time frame. But look at Mercari. Mercari out here competing with Poshmark. Who would have thunk it? And then this little one is just the sales from Glamour's auction. So like I said, I only logged the sales from Glamour's auction in here that were items that I actually had listed. I sold a bunch of other stuff that I didn't have listed that just came from my own house pretty much. So I didn't include that here, but you know, I hope you guys are okay with that. So yeah, so my takeaway from running a 50% off sale for 2 weeks is pretty much that people are still cheap and want a good deal. And I don't know how that's going to inform my future selling strategies and sourcing. I don't know. Everybody's broke right now. And people don't want to spend a lot of time and money, a lot of money and time, I guess, on purchasing like non-essential clothing, I would say. And even essential clothing. I mean, there's so many like good deals and sales and such. I don't blame people for buying new from like a cheap website. We all got to do what we got to do. And it does take more time and effort to look for pre-owned clothing online, and you get less discounts and deals in terms of like bundling, getting free shipping, getting multiple things from the same store, etc. So I get it. Like I just bought a bunch of clothing for my child, and I bought it from JCPenney because they were running a sale and I had a gift card. So it's just like that's what you do when you're broke. And so I don't blame people for not shopping clothing right now. It sucks for me. But yeah, I'm working on downsizing my inventory quite a bit. Looking at a big empty box here that I'm about to fill with things that will go to ThreadUp. So and another one, I already sent out one this week. I'll send out another one. I'll be taking more stuff to consignment, and there will be a good chunk of stuff that I will just donate at this point because it's not making me money. So yeah, look forward to a video documenting all that and you know, the whys and the hows and the how I'm feeling about it of it all. But until we're doing that, thank you all so much for, you know, those of you who were here live, for hanging out and joining me. Thank you guys who are watching this as the replay or the edited version. Thank you for hanging out and yeah, indulging me and letting me chat about my sales. For a second just now, I thought my kid was calling for me, and then I remembered that my kid's not home. So it's somebody else, not my problem. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. As always, I appreciate all of you, whether you are a channel member or buyer or just somebody stopping by to watch my video. I appreciate all of you so much, some more than others, of course. So So thank you guys, and I will see you very soon, either in another video or on another live such as this. Bis then. Tschüss.